these people would not be here.
I think that's me up on Twitter.
Some crazy BS. Muniwa?
I got that on my bed for nothing. Huh?
Too much. Where are all the people at?
Did I say 2 hours or 1 hour?
Mm. I know the one person.
Person watching at this point. Where are you, second person? The Mwangu, when they call with it, too early for me to be alone. Mwangu, what a dear.
My fat self decided.
To come out. Hi, there you are. Madam, I'm Sima Robin. How are you doing today? Please have makeup. Yes, lovely to see you too. Lovely to see all of you. Right now, a long time. I'm looking nice. Oh, wow. I'm shocked. I have been so much. Oh, but that's a conversation for another time, yo. A lot's been going on. I know I should have done this a bit earlier because everybody told me I should have done that. I should have gone live. But I come from a place where I love to control the narrative, and when I'm live, I feel like I can't control it. Woo! My mic comes in and out. I don't know how to fix that.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's mostly because of this. Right. I have to learn these things. I have my tiny YouTube studio up here. I'm really good with that. But let me know if the sound is much better right now. I don't know. The volume is not clear. Man, that's the reason I hate all these funny, funny things. Do you think I should wear my headset? Alright, let's try with the headset.
No sound. Ugh. I feel bad. Okay. Not okay still.
Still bad sound, no sound. It looks beautiful. How's the USA? Actually, okay. Can y'all hear me now? Is this better? I don't know. You'll have to let me know if the sound is good. Is it better now? Can you? Are we doing better right now? Because I need to know. Oh, thank you to everyone who's saying I look pretty. I do not feel so pretty. Indeed, Daniel. Mm, it's perfect. Okay, we out here sipping water. How you feel? Oh, God, where should I start from? Like, a lot has been going on. So y'all can hear me now? Better? Ooh, thank you so much. But then, now if I'm wearing headsets and my phone dies out, Auntie Njogeranyo. Oh, you're telling me I need to hit the gym, child? I know I need to hit the gym. First of all, this GMO food is not your mother. You know, when you come to this country, you all know I'm not in the country. So when you come to this country, your body, you just automatically have to gain some weight. And, you know, I'm comfortable with that. I know I'll be losing the weight with time. So I'm not nervous. For all of you who think I'm fat, guess what? I feel fat too. I do feel fat too. So the concern is not only yours, it's for the both of us. And child, guess what? And I am medical and Zibo. I'm out here wearing wigs. I think I even glued it on the wrong way, but in Jakuit. How many are y'all? I don't know at what number. Ntandiko bayitanga Frank Kashumba where bayitanga. Mwangwe, mwangwe, mwangwe. I don't want to begin all of this without all of y'all because I don't know how many of you will definitely come through, but I'm glad I'm doing it. I am glad I'm doing it. For everybody who is going to comment about my weight, mbalaba. And none of you can tell me it's easy. It's hard to lose this weight, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it, and I'm happy. Come on, guys. It's the first time in my life I don't have to look over my shoulder. It's the first time, oh, a sister got married too. I will talk about that later. Hey, I'm trying to enjoy this stuff. I'm trying to enjoy it. Wano luzungu lubadelunji. But anyway, thank you for everybody who is telling me not to mind them. I love it. I appreciate it. It's easier to say lose weight when you're not the one losing the weight. But I've made peace with it. I've made peace with the fact that I'm allowed to let my body transition into whatever, whatever way it wants to transition. I am 30 something years old. I don't expect my hormones to sit right with me at every time. Woo! I like this. Was like, Tina, you're an intelligent woman. Don't worry about the weight. Ah, thank you. That's hella sweet. Looking good. Thank you. I'm humbled. But anyway, I didn't come here to share my struggles, but it's been fun though, why I'm sharing with them, with you guys, because I feel like we haven't talked in a minute. In a minute, and a lot of nonsense has been going on. Politically, I think I took a minute off and told myself, Nchikoye, Chikwasiza Mukama, I told Jesus to take the wheel because Chimotherland. Ay! Yeah, you don't even know. Chimotherland. Chajajawa at this point. But hey, it's my duty to actually come out here and we talk about these things because it affects all of us. I could be out here in the Biden land, but at the end of the day, the only place I'm always going to call home is going to be Uganda. So that's why I talk about Uganda the most. And everybody who keeps coming to my YouTube and telling me, oh, T, we wish you would do this, we wish you would do that. I could do that, but have you thought about it that other YouTubers in all their different respective countries YouTube about the things that are happening in their countries? So you want me to YouTube about things that are happening in another country and forget that the fundamental first basic is to talk about what's in my country? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But hey, let's get into it. The most recent one that actually caught me. Yeah. Walai T, you have changed. I have. I'm wearing a wig and I'm fat now. But I think I still look pretty. I believe I still look pretty. But anyway, first thing I wanted to talk about. So I saw this thing that was going online. There was a letter from Noop about MPs being given 40 million and how it was given to them was really kind of bit shaky. So apparently, not even from a particular office, but from apparently Anita amongst residents. I'm like, okay. That's 40 million for 555 MPs. Okay, breathe. That number will not shooketh us. Then I remembered that just recently, Parliament actually agreed to get, how much was it? It was a lot of money. They agreed to give themselves allowances worth a lot of money, billions. I'm like, okay, it's okay. And then the conversation started on Twitter. As usual, the conversations always go on social media fast. They come on Twitter and they're like, do you think that the opposition MPs are going to take that money back? Before we knew it, the opposition Noop had actually put out a press release and said they want all the people who got the money to take it back. My question is, before we even delve into it, if you are an opposition member and they give you a clandestine call like that, like, hello, come and pick this money from this place. Don't tell nobody. Just come pick it up in cash. It has nowhere there. Nah. They are not writing it anywhere. They have just told you, pick your loot in cash. As an opposition member, isn't that the time when you're supposed to go like, no, I ain't coming. It's not my thing. I'm not. But the fact that the party had to first come out and put a disclaimer and tell all of you, that's when I was like, something's fishy here. Economy to this point that all these MPs. So they gave them an ultimatum, right? They gave them an ultimatum and told them to return the money on a certain day. As of today evening, I was on Twitter and I saw a press release on one of, I think it was Galaxy FM's Twitter handle. And they're like, no MP has returned the money. Well, that guy's okay. Because, let's be honest, this is what, and I want you to be as pragmatic as I am. So they call you for money that is cash, right? You take the money, then your party tells you to take the money. That alone shows there's a disconnection between you and the party morals and values. That's just one. It's enough to disqualify you. Two, in this economy, you expect a Ugandan MP to take back 40 million Uganda shillings. You got faith. You have faith on God. If that's what you think is going to happen in this economy, you expect someone to take back 40 million. But because they're in the struggle, these people are also struggling on their own. They're struggling for themselves. There's no way they were going to take that money back. I know it. Now, this is where, for me, it made sense. Why I don't think I have any quarrel with them since they didn't stand up as a collective, because it's different. If they would have stood up as a collective and said, we as the opposition, MPs, we're not going to take part. We don't want any of this. We're done with it. We're not going to deal with it. That would have been something. But now that the cat's out of the bag, that some of your people picked it up, let's be honest. Even if these guys take this money back, do you know what it's going to do? Do you? Bagenda zizzaayo oli owa NRM alyo zigaba ajja funa awalala waziteeka. Either way, that money is not going to be put to good use. Whether you take it or not take it, it's serving its purpose. It will go to another person. It will bribe another entity. It will do something for another entity. So if you ask me, I think this is what the opposition should have done. And I think it's a much smarter way. I feel like the opposition should have told its members, muzikwate, bwemumala ozikwata, muzitwale mu constituencies bammwe, muzigabe, musasanye. Times are hard, but just the whole, take it back. We don't need it. Nah. Sente tezibeera mu bya ntondo baddiya. Sente teziriimu ntondo. I'm just saying, but I know the conversation went on Twitter and everybody was like, what? They are all the same. We can't believe. What were you thinking? What were you thinking? That your favorite MPs are going to say no to money? That's the reason they went into parliament. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day and he was telling me the biggest number of indebted people in this country are members of parliament. Did you know that? That some of them start eating the loans and the debts even before they're sworn in. By the time they swear in, they are neck deep in debt. And so these guys are not going to say no. Because they know, man, I'm going to enter parliament. I'm going to be earning about 32 mil a month. That's good money. I don't think any of our members of parliament have really gone in there to support the people like we think. I think now let's make peace with it. We thought so, but it is not looking like that. Of course, there was also that, there's another fraudulent something that happened. Joel Sonyonyi's apparent amulet, kigambo kiganya oluzungu olwo, waliwo obusente bwe bagaba mu parliament, emolument, si, obwo. So there was this clip that came out. It was a picture of a slip, like a pay slip of his, and it said something like 70 million. But we all know they get about 40 million in emoluments. I'm just saying, at the end of the day. But, I sit back and I ask myself, so we complain about this stuff. We have been talking about this stuff, but what are we going to do about it? Kuba kati ne ba MP betwaweerezaayo nga tumanyi bagenda kubeera a bit different. They are like, nah, we're taking money. We want this money. And you can't fault them. You can't fault them. They're being tempted on a daily. They are tempted. But here's my thing. For me to get away from that conversation, because everybody was asking me about that, they should have taken the money. I don't think opposition should always use the same tactics of trying to show that, we are above all moral reproach, we're above this, we're above that, we're above this. At times you have to play dirty like the big guys. It's that simple. If they say they are giving out bribes, use them to your advantage. Get the bribes, take them to your constituents. Do something good, Do something good for your constituents, because even if you take that money back, I believe that if they take that money back, they're actually helping grow They are growing the corruption in my country. Kuba ozizayo baziwa omulala. Oloza nitamonga agenda okugana okuweereza omuntu sente. This is a person who asked for a very expensive car. Very expensive car during a time when we are in a beautiful recession. It may not have really set in, but yeah, it's kind of a recession. But she ordered for a personalized car that cost how much money? For her and her deputy, I asked Batula Muspasi Tatuka. So I think with that in mind, knowing that this government, this governance is not going, it's not going to care about the muntu wawansi, and if you can do anything for yourself, bakugambye lya muwogo. Your president stood up and told you to eat muwogo. You expect a president who is telling you to eat your cassava in peace to care about you? Child, boy, bye. He out here on national platforms lying to everything inside. There's a day he came up, I think 2 weeks ago, and he's like, Uganda has achieved middle income status. I was like, wait, is this because we do not have a governor of the Bank of Uganda? Meanwhile, I think we're the only country in the world who has not had a governor for the bank in a year. Is it a year or 2 years? Times I wonder how many roles my president pays and plays. Because it's like, he does everything himself. Like, guy tamani kana akagambo bakaita bati okudelegating. No, he wants to run everything. But he came out there and he told us we have achieved middle income status, and all of us sat back asking ourselves, when? Where? How? But that's part of it. I'm just saying, dear opposition, if they say there is money and your people are going to get the money, do not tell them to take back the money, because that money can do a lot for your constituents. They can get that same money and they can take that money to their people. That's simple. That's simple. Temulwana, bana iwacho olwana nechiyenje ngo ina sapatu yo. Esapatu nyango kuba pia nechifa. Muzijeyo. Muziteke wezino genda to your local center for improve it. Genda to your local UPE school that barely has seats or any of that. Improve it on the same money that this same government is using to bribe you. I don't even know why they were giving them that money, because no one has explained to us why they gave them that money. Why did they give them the money? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, and nobody's going to know anytime soon. So, dear MPs of the opposition, there are better ways to fight a dictator. I feel there are better ways. You have to beat him at his own game. But that, anyway, that aside, another thing that triggered me while I've been quiet, I saw again our president. This guy has been throwing reckless statements around. But is it okay for us to say that there's something off about our president? I feel like he has dementia. I feel like he's a bit slow lately. It comes with the edge, I know, but lately it's too much. He came out and he blamed colonialists. Yeah. He blamed colonialists and past leaders for Uganda's poverty right now. Now, I don't know if his team talked him through it and told him that he has been the past leader for 35 years. Did he know that? Can someone tell him? Yeah, I feel like someone needs to tell him, because he's been here for 35 years. But the audacity, though. Nze kambabulire nze president waffe ndooza agenda n'atuuleeka ne mukazi we n'agamba laba endongo zino. Laba endongo zino. Because that's some crazy shit. Like, you stood up and you blamed colonialists and past regimes. Boy, he will say anything to us at this point. He do not care. He really doesn't care. How are you going? Okay, you can blame the colonialists in a way, but we took back that power when we said we were independent. No? You celebrate Independence Day, dear President, every day. So I don't think you should be blaming the colonialists. You are an independent sovereign state. But he out here saying all of that. Man, Chimathalandi, Musaga, Musaga. But anyway, that aside, I've been thinking about how everybody in Uganda has been complaining about the cost of living being too high. I know you guys watched that video clip of Robert Kapshenga himself. Hey! Himself, he was saying, we are broke. I don't think Robert meant it like that, though. Robert, you are not broke. Yeah, you won the people over, but I don't think Robo was that broke, ever. Because he worked at New Vision. Man, he was my boss. Guy was there for close to what, 13, 15 years? Come on. You're broke. You have a farm that is the size of all our ancestral homes. Rugeo is very big. There is coffee. Huh? But you're here telling us we are broke. No, Robert. Say it this way. Ugandans are broke, with my exception. But I do understand what he was saying, and he said it right. I watched the whole clip. I know most of you just watched the part where he said we are broke, but the clip was longer, and he gave some quite, fundamental. He talked about a lot. He did. He talked about a lot. And it brings me to the thought. What are your leaders? Because now I'm not home, but okay. What are our leaders doing to curb the high cost of living? Because it's not just in Uganda, it's global. We just came out of a bloody pandemic and now we are hitting a global recession. So, but what are our leaders planning? Can you hit me up in the comment section and tell me what your members of parliament and all the people who are supposed to be your leaders, what are their plans? Minus eating cassava. They read the budget. I'm not going to talk about the budget today. Because I sat down and I'm like, first of all, the numbers were not adding up. Matia Kasaija, as he was giving I don't know if you guys watched that clip. So Matia Kasaija is giving the budget speech and all of that. And then he reaches a point. He says, when he says he's going to pay, they're going to pay medical personnel, but then he warned them. He's like, we want services. We want value for the money we are going to pay you. I'm like, Cho, Davis, you are now threatening people for what you're supposed to give to them. Uganda. Meanwhile, as he was walking down with a budget briefcase, he almost had a Moses early moment. Tacha sobola na tambula. Bakadije. Naye batuliko bakalakata. Banaye bo batukalakase. Bano bagaye batunywedde kye basobodde. Lord have mercy. Anyway, hit me up in the comment section and let me know what your members of parliament and your leaders in your different constituents are doing to elevate the hard times in your country. I'm interested to know, because I'm not going to go out on a limb here and say they ain't. We all know they ain't, but I want to hear it from you. So holla at me in the comment section and let's talk about that. A lot be happening. It's not just been political. Mwe. Kasina agenda. Masina agenda wala. Did you people finally find out who fingered Shiba? It's been burning. I had to ask. Did we finally establish who did what with a finger or something other than a finger with Shiba? Did we? Because the last time the running was with the Mwenda. Did they clap? But Uganda, Mwenda, Vidanyo. Chajana Chonga destruction. I want to believe that was a destruction. What was happening at that time? There's some shit that was happening and then boom, Shiba posted in. I'm like, how convenient a time. Huh? So who did you finally get to the bottom of it? Because all of you, you were all excited. You're like, hey, they did this to Fishiba. We think it is this one. Did we get to the bottom of it? I am asking for my friends and neighbors. Did she tell you? And then my question was, how are you finna come out and tell us. She came out and she told us, have respect just because I am this and that and this and she gave a real speech. Man, umwana yayogera oluzungu nengamba bulijjo shiba amanyi oluzungu lungi. Naye ne nebuuza, that time you took to tell us what happened and the bravery it took you to tell us what happened. We are not playing it down. I respect the fact that she could actually come out and say it. Couldn't you have taken that exact time to say, gundi ne gundi wakoze bwoti tochiddamu? Because I think it would be helpful. We would know, one, there is a sexual predator out there, so that all your fellow female artists know to avoid him, you know, and then, of course, so that society can shun him and maybe he could change his ways. No, she only took the time out to tell us that someone was something her. Didn't tell us the person. I'm like, someone big? What is someone big? In Uganda, everyone is big. You want to know how big everyone is? Try driving in Kampala and get stopped by a police officer and hear everyone say, do you know who I am? Shiba, everyone is big. Why didn't you? Watyanyo, kali katengo, yali distraction, but nag. Sometimes I just want to know. I just want to know. I just want to know. And it's so funny how y'all made so much noise about it. It was trending on almost every social media platform. Oh, it trended indeed. But not one of you came out and asked us, so sis, who that? Andrew Mwenda even took the time out to go on different radio stations. He was, I think, on Fat Boy's show, talking about he will help. He will do this to find out who did what. Really, Andrew? That is when Andrew jumped onto it, and the first drunkard, and the first son also tweeted about it. That is when I was like, no distraction. No distraction. It was a real distraction, but dear. Njagala tukkirize, it was a distraction because it brought out so much. They were going, it was like a media tour at this point. And besides, dare I say this, but I don't think Andrew is the type of person to touch somethings of girls. Achitegedde kubira mukama ngalo ez'amaanyi. Atachitegedde, you will not catch on. Of girls. Something. No, not Andrew. Not Andrew. Not Nderea. Bayandi bamulala. So, I'm now looking at Shiba. There's something off about you, Shiba. That whole story didn't add up. It didn't. You and the first son, and his uncle. You looked for a perfect distraction. It worked. This one happened recently. You know, I'm scratching. I'm scratching on the surfaces. And hey, if you remember anything that you felt you want me to talk about, also hit me up in the comments. I'm actually reading your comments as we do this. The Midland bus thing. Why was it such a big deal? This is where I was confused. Police, Enanga, Piano, the patron saint of lies and liars, came out and he's like, we are looking into it. I'm like, you fail to get people who are robbing us on highways, abebi jambia, abatega zibomu, ababa sente za Uganda, corruption. You fail to look for all of those Enanga, but you want to launch an investigation in a bunch of kids wilding out because it's their time too. Oh, come on, each one of you, if any of you judge them kids, I want the thunder to strike you now. Down, it should strike you. What did we do when we were in high school? Banono babadde mu bus, fetwalinga mulole, batutekanga kutata, anti mugenda next school. Come on, this is perfect teenage behavior. This is the time when they're supposed to be wilding out. And this is the time when you parents who avoid these conversations should be having them. Yes, sex education needs to be hard. It needs to be hard. So everybody who was thinking I was going to condone or condemn or whatever, man, just teach your kids better. That's it. What I someone here saying, Lord, yes. Temwebuzaabuzanga obudde bwe twasomeramu abali mu age bracket yange. Schools did not have buses. Twali tuyinanga loole eya tata nga muyimirira kulinga ente ze batwala ku baagiro. You would rubber dub, you would vibe, you would catch a whole vibe. Ne mwenyigazi squeeze ne mmala ne muddayo eka nimbye. Wabeewo agamba mbu no. Mbu you didn't do that. Even in single sex schools there were situations. So leave them kids alone. It's you the parents who should mwekube mitima. Mwenga abazadde. Mwekube mitima, talk to your kids about sex. Talk to them about life choices. Talk to them about these things because the system is not going to. It's not going to. But don't blame them kids. They're doing perfectly fine. Teenager shit. That's teenager shit. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Anyway, let me land it over you. I was just wondering why Enanga felt concerned. It's so weird how my country loves to pacify important things, right? For the bullshit. We are led by a group of clowns who just decided ebyamagezi tetujja byogerako naye ebitatukwatako ebitalina magezi byetujja okudivinga in. Enanga, your time will come. Your time will come. Naye nga nebyo bikyali awo, someone has commented and said the Uma yeah, lole, njimanyi lole. Y'all know. Someone is asking me about the Uma fracas, you know, with the musicians in Uganda. First of all, I want to tell you, tetulina bayimbi Uganda, tulina ba masquerade, abebuzabuza. That is not, tetugenda na kigenda. Who won, who didn't win, bonna kyekimu. The people asking about the situation in the DRC, I personally saw the protests in the DRC, and it's so weird. Have you people asked yourself, what is so important about the DRC that Rwanda and Uganda just can't leave it alone? It's like emitima ja Uganda ne Rwanda jikubira DRC. Well, we all know they're not peacekeeping. They're not trying to keep their borders safe and protect their people. They're out there looting. They're out there looting. And the DRC has suffered from that. I was seeing the hearing where Uganda is supposed to pay crazy reparations to the DRC for the last time we were there. Y'all remember the last time we were there? They looted. All this money we are sitting on. Baziba. And it's so surprising that all the top heads who are in the DRC the last time, leave alone Guno, back in 1998, have you guys asked yourself? All of them are dead. Mayombo, Okech, Kazini, Mungu aberera. Necho ngamba tuchitunulemu. So, with whatever is happening in the DRC right now, if you ask me, I may not know a lot about international relations and peacekeeping missions and the Operation Shuja. I may just talk about this plainly, but I know for a fact the people in the DRC don't deserve that. Oh, chiwigi. Nice. Simanyi bieno bazungu. Bia bazungu. It's a human wig. Simanyi. I have fake hair. So yeah, about the DRC situation, I'm not going to talk about it because we all know what it is. We know what it is. And of course, the first drunkard is Team Eat Katitugambechi. What are they doing in DRC? They are picking their father's money. They are building apartments. They are buying Uganda. They are taking gold. Everything. Because the DRC is rich in all this stuff. Ever asked why? And then for some reason, I feel like this whole 7-year Kagame nonsense that was going on before, Rwanda and Uganda, why our relations were down, I just feel like I think they had a disagreement on who should steal what from the Congo, because all of a sudden relations are now clear. Uganda and the Rwanda border is now good. Our relations are better than ever, and the first drunkard met with Kagame And we were like, hip, hip, hooray. None of us actually knew why we were at loggerheads. But all of a sudden, they are good, they're holding hands and singing kumbaya, and they're serving and keeping the peace in DRC. Y'all don't smell a rat yet. Ambassador. Behavior. I heard somewhere there was a rumor that the first son wanted to retire. Retire and do what? Drink more alcohol. To very yo. Bessie just said we are fools. I was watching a clip of Bessie and I don't know. What it was like would it is a Bessie did the Nanga? Guys, can you let me stay on one topic? Why you're asking me to talk about why Enanga received an award? Why did he deserve it? Have you seen that man's handiwork? Have you seen Enanga's handiwork? What are you saying? That ninja deserved an award. What do you know what it means to lie in broad daylight, on a daily basis, on behalf of your bosses, and to do it very perfectly? Child, his bosses sat back and they're like, this ninja has outdone himself. Wawad! Kainga limba. Awadi yajifunira kulimba. Temunyiga. They be awarding their people. They be awarding their people. Hey! That is why he was awarded. To come and lie to you on a daily basis is not easy. Ninja oyo temwerabira yajja n'atugamba emunyenye. Story emunyenye mujerabidde. It would take a certain type of liar to come and pull that shit off. So his boss has decided to award him. Tebibamenya nnyo. Webana avaamu mu power, those awards will not be recognized. Even we right now do not, we don't recognize him. But bamuweze award is Enanga Singers. As a Ugandan, I want to award Enanga Msajja alimba. Oh, oba mukazi wa mulimba. Oyo guy ayinza okulimba. Ndowooza ne mukazi we I don't think his family even believes anything he says. Just say it, fam. But anyway, Besigye called us fools. And I'm still asking myself, why did we stop listening to Besigye? Who dulled out our Besigye love? I get it. Opposition got, younger blood and we felt like the young blood understood us better. But have we thought about getting people like Besigye, getting people like, what's his name? This former guy, Bamwitani? The one I liked, the army guy. All these guys who have been standing against presidency and the regime and its tyranny. Can we, as the younger generation, it's just my humble thought, can we, as the younger generation, just try to pick out what they say and apply it to our struggle? Can we? Because I feel like our struggle has died of natural causes. Tuchali mu struggle badia. Mbuza. Tuchali mu struggle. Yes, Mugisha Monto. Tuchali mu struggle. But as I'm pulling down struggle ya fada tulikati muku just kerere. Tuli mu just kunga kale tukuunze then what? Kunga tukuunze then what? Tuli kuji. Struggle again dawa. Yagwam. Because I feel like every time I listen to Besigye, or every time I listen to Mr. Muntu, Mr. Besigye, there's another third guy. There's so many guys with tons of wisdom, but we ignore them. We ignore them. Yeah, I get it. We could have moved on from them, but they could be the answer to our problems because they do not have the tenacity, the energy, or the numbers. But what they have is good advice. Did you know that? So what if, I'm just saying, what if, what if we took what they say and used that to our advantage as the opposition? Just think about it. Just think about it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. Still going on the things that have made me laugh in Uganda. Someone sent me a message a couple of weeks back and they were like, did you hear about Pastor Bujingo's education and all of that. There's lwaki temuva ku bafere b'e Uganda bali beeyiya muba mwalemererwa okweyiya muve ku bapasita bo bakikuba dda bakikuba daire kiro na misana. They are not your mother. Bajja kukikuba kiro na misana. There is no way Pastor Bujingo is easing up on your money. No, he got you by the neck. He is stepping on your neck and saying muzimpe, and you are giving it to him. I watched a clip of him at at a petrol station, at a fuel station, rather, and he was blessing it with olive oil. I'm like, ah. When you think you can pray away fuel prices, that is when I know you're stupid and then some. When you believe that shit, I don't even know which category to put you in. I can't say I'm going to put you in stupid because you deliver $2. But he was praying for fuel prices. I'm like, wow, that's interesting. Y'all still call him pastor. Let's move on from there. Oh yeah, the amount I wanted to tell you about. So you see why I'm pissed off with our members of parliament? They gave them 40 million each in cash. We don't know why. But then again, the same members of parliament, a few weeks before that, agreed to give themselves allowances that all totaled up to a humble amount, ladies and gentlemen, of 193 billion Uganda shillings. So 193 billion Uganda shillings divided amongst 555 MPs, plus the 40 million shillings for each MP, not forgetting a salary of almost 32 million and above. I'm joining active politics. Do you know how much money these ninjas have made in 1 month? 1 month. Why do we say Uganda is poor? Why? Just think about it. Let me slow it down for you. 193 billion UGX divided by 555 MPs, and then get 40, or was it 40 million or 44? 40 million, yeah, 40 million shared amongst each one of them in a space of not more than 2 months. Because the times are hard. The first family alone uses close to $1 billion. A billion a day. When they told me how much money that the first family uses in a day, as in State House, baby, that is when I knew, animal farm, animal farm. But they come out and they tell you, mwesibe MCP, be innovative, be creators of jobs, live on a budget, create a budget. But these MFs are sharing loot easily, comfortably. No one is for you, Uganda. It's about time I think we got individual. If we can't oust them, let's just get individual. Let's struggle to give them. Because Ngatuyimba struggle for the past 2 years is when the struggle was at the peak. Twayimba struggle. Netulowooza maama gye tugenda struggle egenda kendeezaako ebintu ebimu. Nothing. At the height of inflation, at the height of everything going wrong, recessions, inflations, trust me, our government will always show out. Always. So I don't know about you, but binsobera. Budget ya Uganda bagambye sigenda gyogerako. Anita Among got a car, her and her deputy speaker, and both all amounted to 36 billion? 3 billion. And she has the audacity to laugh in our faces and tweet, how is my car? Anyway, bamwongere bleaching cream, what can we say? Tatunanyiga. Tunyiga biki. Tatunanyiga badia. Clearly it seems we're okay. We are very, very fine, so That's just about it. Those are some of the things that bugged me, you know? And I was wondering, when they were reading the budget, I'm about to go off because my phone might be dying out anytime soon. I just wanted to holler at y'all and, just kick it for a minute. I think I'm going to be doing this for every 2 days because I'm comfortable with it. So I think I'll be going live for a minute. But speaking about the budget that was passed, the 2022 budget, have Ugandans asked themselves, why are we taxed heavily, right? We are taxed heavily, but the taxes that are collected from us, have you noticed they have not given us accountability for? URA will come and say, we made so much money this year, it did this, but it is not. Have you thought about it? And then they say, oh, Ugandans don't have good tax compliance. What do you expect? We are living below the poverty line. What do you want us to pay? With our blood? There's so many questions in my country that don't add up. But I'm trying. I'm trying to figure it out, I guess, with y'all guys. I'm trying. But anyway, that's just about that. That's just about that. Oh, and thank you to all of you who joined me today, It was nice to live with y'all. Joe, they want you to play with your organs. At this point, you. Speaking about that, guys, wait, think about it. I know you guys all saw that video. No, it was trending for a minute. I think 2 months ago, where they were talking about the Dubai porta party. Wait, I was shook. I know I'm late. I'm too late to this party, but I was shook. These girls will be out there in Dubai twerking in thongs on a yacht, but you do not know what they went through. So it got me thinking about all our Ugandan socialites who be in Dubai for no apparent reason. Mutandika batunuulira baagala nnyo okwekubya ebifaananyi nga bali ku airport. As soon as you see a photo with them in that desert nga beesibye biri ebitambaala, we need to question a lot. Hey, yo, mama, porta party? That shit blew me the fuck away. Like, how how desperately would I want how desperately would I want a lifestyle to let somebody do some shit like that? Guy, the things that they talked about in those videos? No. Ngenda sigala mwavu. Guys, that ish shook me. So I'm now constantly I'm not going to lie, because I've had a lot of downtime. I'm just chilling. So nowadays my job is to just ngenda ku Instagram z'abawala abana Uganda. Bemutamanyina kumanya, but they look good. They are living flawless lifestyles. They come out on social media and call everyone, you're broke, you're broke, you're broke. Mama, they love that word. But do you know the shit they are doing? Way, we kaya akusasula obusente obusamusamu nagamba tuula ngenda kugira mukamwa wanji banaye sika lifestyle mweyagale baana bawala mweyagale, naye njagala nkimanye mbu mwenna mujja kufa, fenna tugenda kufa. Ne bw'onaagenda e Dubai n'ozikola baby ogenda kufa. But that shit is scary. I'm not judging anyone. No, wait a minute. I am judging everyone. Of course, I do. Because these girls come out here and put so much pressure on regular basic girls who are just trying to get it together. And they make you look like you are not trying hard enough to get your life together. You find a 25-year-old girl with the latest iPhone, living in a fancy apartment, driving the fanciest cars, but she don't got a job to back up that shit. Be careful. It's them girls. It's them girls. Banji, bajude ku TikTok, bajude ku Instagram na ye pepi. So I hate that they come out here and try to make these other basic regular girls like me feel like we are inadequate. Yet there are things you are doing to get this money. So that you do what? So that you take a perfect photo. So that your Instagram is lit. Hey, my dear. Hi, Patricia. I see you watching, but hey, that shit made me cringe. But then I also understood. I think we need to blame society. But we can't even blame. I don't know who we should blame, but these girls want the quick money. Mama. TikTokers and full figure. What? But yo, I'm just saying, y'all be checking out your Instagrams, be checking out your different socials, and look out for these girls. They doing it. They doing it. And stop feeling inadequate. Dear girlfriend, if you're out there and you're earning yours the right way, be proud of that shit. Because some of the things these girls are doing make them lose their pride for life. Woo! Dignity is at zero. Pride is at non-conceivable. Oh, ho, ho. Woi. Mamanze. I never done buze full figure. Never TikTok. What? Why do you people still give full figure relevance? Woo. The government yamulabidira yamusesema. Come on, guys. She's a very uneducated loudmouth. Mufachi naye. It's full figure. It's full figure, for crying out loud. Why are you giving this? Mugenda nemwerabira byakola. Oba nemwerabira who she is. It's full figure, but dear. Temumuwabudde. Batulekemu era batuwe space ba TikToker. I love every platform, but we shall not give everyone space. Guys, it's full figure. Nchidamu. Full figure. Nakanjako. Is she called Nakanjako? I think I remember her name or something. She has a weird name. But anyway, I guess there's a lot that's been going on. Full figure will come for who? If you want to know Full Figure's entire history, let me send you to YouTube, Scoop on Scoop, where I gave the entire, I think that was like 5 years ago, 4 years ago, where I gave you the full rundown of who Full Figure is. When you watch that clip, my dear, tujja kwerumya mtwe ne Full Figure bambi mumuleke oli naye yajja kwenoonyeza kawogo. Yeah, kawogo. So anyway, I said I was going to be here for an hour, and it's been an hour. I gotta go. I know there's a lot that we're going to talk about, but this was me testing the waters. I think I've only had like 60 viewers. Ooh, my wig is showing. Mwe, America sinyangu. Eno tedi basiba buswahili, nagenda okunsiba obuswahili kamba sese. Mwe, America is not for your amaza. So, I thought binebyafe byokirire manga ku Zai Plaza. Bayitayo batya Zai? Si Zai. Eri manga gye bagirira enviri gye buli omu where everyone calls you sister, 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 sister. Huh? Abo. I thought it is like that in America. Nga nsinika ebinnyo. Nga ngenda bansiba obuswahili. Ate olowooza buswahili type ki. Free hand nga temuli. Nga temuli kintu. After they did my hair, this woman looked at me without fear or favor. Beautiful Nigerian woman. And she told me that would be $40. I'm like, Wanji, for who? $40. Bana bawala. Uganda tukubya bukubi naku mujje tukole. Mujje tukole. Oba manyo sibe enviri nze bannaye jangu. Nkwetaaga bw'oba osobola okumpa yati. Gazaland, sent you. Gazaland n'ogenda okusiba obuswahili buli bwe tugamba may sound stereotypical, but you all know what I mean. We usually say buli obuswahili bw'abacholi. Nga temuli kintu just ngambirizo. Omukazi yansaba $4. ana badiya we nagenderawo mu beauty saloon nengula zino wig kati nyinanga 100 era get ready ngenda kuzambala nzibatamye kubanga kati nkwata $40 ne bansiba akaswahili. You know people won't be this open with you nze mbabuulira ebituufu nsiba akaswahili ne kakagenda mmalayo myezi egyo nga nkabika wig $40. But I guess I'll be sharing with you some of the things that happen in this country because it's interesting. There's so many culture shocks. And I think the culture shocks are what I need to let you all on in because they are hilarious as hell. They are funny. But other than that, like I said, today was my trial video. I wanted to know if we can do this and how we can get better at it. And I think it's about time. Yep. Wait, Patricia. Patricia is telling me $40 and has. Where are you, Patricia? $70. Oh, I'm Nigeria, Mugobe. Zengenda yigo busiba. Era Ugandan community. Munege and if you're in the areas of Minneapolis, Minnesota, ngendo basiba obuswahili. Who knew that our local hair is that hard to get? Jesus, sister, Lord and Savior. Mama. Whew. Katerego ngamba sigenda mkwana. I've been here for an hour. Not less is $190. Kati not less braids nzenganzaga zachi. Tugenda ogula wigi tuzimaleyo. I'm just telling y'all. Don't expect to see me looking decent. I will have wigs that are glued down funny. Like this one, man. I glued it down funny. But hey, y'all better clap for me. I tried. It look good, don't it? I keep it 100 with y'all. I do. I really do. But hey, today it's a Saturday where I'm at. I know it's a different time zone where you guys are at. But I'm going to try and, not I'm going to try. Now, I know I've been lying to y'all for the longest time that, oh, now I'm back. No, I wanted to see how I would do on live, and I feel like it's easier. All I need is my ring light, and now, of course, my headsets and my phone, and we're good to go. So tugenda kushatinganga almost every time. Whenever I have something at my beck and call, I'm definitely talking about it. And don't forget, you know my handles at TinaFierce1 on Twitter, at TinaFierce1 with an H on Instagram, and on Facebook too. I'm at TinaFierce1 again on Facebook. Reach out to me, slide into my DMs. Let me know what you want us to have a discussion about. I love talking to you guys. I think this is the closest to home I can get. Yep. This is the closest to home I can get when I'm here with you on this platform. So I want to be doing it more often because I don't want to forget where I'm from. Me, I'm not going to lie to you that I'm going to blend into this American situation. No, I am Ugandan at heart. I will stay like that for life. Shosaga. Nayenga. Sivi yangu. And you're saying the weekend favors us, our diaspora. Yes, I'm going to try and be doing it on hours that I know are favorable for us, probably on the weekends, because if I do it during the weekend, the weeks, but hey, we'll see. We'll all catch along. Hey, mwana mwala, how can someone leave Uganda? Baby. There are many ways. Naye fenna tetujavayo tulina okusigazayo abagenda okujjako dictator. Seriously. Yeah, we need more of your talk. That's Sarah. Yes, Sarah, I'm going to be having these conversations with y'all a lot more. Trust me. A lot more. Because I feel like we need to talk. There's a lot to talk about. And I promised myself I'll just do 1 hour. And I did 1 hour. And we were only 60 viewers. And I'm thankful to all of you 60 that have watched. It's actually, for me, a good thing. I feel like that's a good mark. Because I could have won like one person here. So thank you to you who has kept me here for an hour. And Clarissa Boo Boo, hi. How you doing? Have you seen me on my wig? Hit me in my DMs, Nyabo. But yeah, that's been my time. I'll catch you on the flip side the next time I'm going live. It's okay, Clarissa, you're not late. I think I did it 1 hour prior. But next time, we are going to definitely chat live longer. Definitely, we will chat live longer. And I think I'll give you guys a heads up earlier so that we can all prep. And then don't be afraid to hit me up in the comment section and tell me which time is better for all of you. Yeah, you're asking which state are you in? I'm in Minnesota. Yep, Jogera Katinga Mzungu. Yeah, Minnesota. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, hit me up in the comment section and tell me which time you feel is more appropriate for you in whatever place you are, and then I'll do the math and see when I can feed my diaspora family and when I can feed my my people back home. But other than that, it's been chill. This was just us having a conversation, small. Yeah. Any new projects? Any new projects? Clarissa is asking if I have any new projects. No, I don't have any new projects. I am enjoying my man. For all of you who didn't know that, yes, I got me a man, wife and all of that. I'm not wearing my ring. You'll see it another time. But yeah, that's my only project. That's why I've been quiet. A sister has been honeymooning in peace and loving it. Yeah, Minnesota. Hey, I said I'm supposed to leave. It hit the 1 hour mark and I'm still here talking to y'all. But hey, it's been real good. On behalf of UAE people, our weekend starts on Friday after Juma until Sunday. Thank you, Saddam, for that one. I'll keep it in mind. Otuvuga speedy Nyavo says Chigogo Prince Sibavuga speedy. Alpha, you're asking if you missed anything today. I don't know. You could watch this. It's going to be posted up on my YouTube anyway after I do this. But yeah, it's been real. Keep hydrating. Keep sipping water. I wasn't sipping water today, child. I needed something sweet up in my system. But yeah, keep hydrated. Mind your business. Keep your positive energies around you and about you. Always vibrate on a frequency that only you can understand. Be awesome. And I'll catch you again. I'm out. Peace. Now I have to figure out how to cancel this video.